Well, it looks like the Mongols have woken up and we will be going to the third map after all, which will be Cbble. But first, of course, we need to find the thoughts of the analysts on the desk. What happened there? I mean, Mongols did actually have a pretty strong start. She started to show up a little bit, but it did seem like that was, from start to finish, a Mongols map.
The first pistol round was a beautiful play. I think it was Dexter. On short, playing the smoke perfectly. And I thought it was a great start for Chiefs, but then Mongols bringing it back. And Machine Gun and Zilk waking really early this time around. It never really looked like Mongols were in any danger of losing that particular map. But then again, certain tendencies that both me and Ben saw, which we really weren't very happy about, is that aggression, especially when they know Chiefs should be on an eco, and just going aggressive. Luckily for them, they're getting those kills, but against a better team, they will definitely be punished. If they tried that against Renegades, like what they did, pushing lower dark and upper dark, when they knew the T's were on eco, it's kind of very iffy. It did work out for them, but something which they should definitely fix. But once again, we did see the ops coming out to play on both teams. Some nice shots being hit by Lightstep. Once again, he's been really stepping up the big green. But once again, I think it was pretty much a Machine Gun and Zilk show. Sugu as well had some great moments.
Yeah, Sugu's been pretty good so far in both maps, actually, which is kind of nice for Mongolz to have another weapon that they could utilize during the games. And for me, the only time I was really worried for Mongols, because obviously they got off to that great start, both Machine Gun and Zilkerberg were doing pretty well right off the bat. But as you mentioned, Lightstep with that op, as soon as he got that in his hand, and Top Gun as well, being able to control middle fairly well, they really put the pressure on the Mongols, because Mongols did a ton of A takes in terms of, whether it be slow, whether it was having 4 people getting pop flashed out through long, or just setting up for that standard catwalk take. Lightstep was always able to find shots that would slow the entire push down, and the standard thing happens. You get bogged down, and you get pretty much you become an easy target for the rotations to pick off. As it happens, as the CTs come in. And Chiefs did a good job of rotating pretty properly for the better part of their CT side. Unfortunately for them, it was kind of the same story as it was versus Risky Gaming, the fact that their CT side was their strongest side. So going over to the T side, the Mongols were able to get off to a good start. Kind of lucky, a lot of due to Silkenberg's pistol kills there in the pistol, because again, it's this, a story of where the aggression kind of gets the better of Mongols, with having on 2 different occasions, people pushing into lower dark, getting caught out by burn. But luckily for them, Silken is able to return, and that's been something we've seen quite a bit of, actually. So you see aggression not really working out for Mongols, which happens. That's kind of the name of the game when you play aggressively, especially on a map like Dust 2, and then they get saved because one player steps up and gets a double kill or manages to sneak one away here and there. So it's a tiny bit worrying, but in the end, it worked out for Mongols.
So are we seeing any big disparities here between the 2 teams as far as skill goes, or what is going to allow the Chiefs or the Mongols to actually take it over the line here?
Cobblestone, we did predict a 2-0 to Mongols.
Yeah.
But apart from they had a pretty horrendous T side, surprisingly, on Inferno. But going down to Cobblestone, I kind of do believe that Chiefs have the slight edge. The Australians generally do have a deeper map pool, and let's be honest about Chiefs. Yeah, they may not be the best in Australia right now. Many people would say Renegades, although they are playing in NA right now, but they are able to take maps off every other team. Like against Immunity, they beat Immunity twice for the IEM qualifiers, and also I think one of the LAN events which took place at Cyber Gaming League. I forgot the name of that tournament, but they did manage to take down Immunity as well. Immunity, really, really good team as well. So they have a deeper map pool, generally speaking, and unlike CyberZen, the Mongols are a team that really rely on maps which give them some freedom to unleash Machine Gun and Zilk on. Cash, for example, Mirage, and Dust 2. And we saw what they did in Dust 2. They were able to land some really sick shots, full-on aggression really working out for them. Cobblestone, again, it does give them some space to work with. So that's what I'm assuming. It's going to be Machine Gun or Zilk's op, trying to shut down B as much as they can. But they're more than the T side, I think they should really, really shut it down the CD side. That aggression which you saw on Dust 2, this is going to be very risky for them on Cobblestone because it's a much more bigger map. It's going to be more tougher for your teammates to rotate in and go for the trades. If you get caught out in middle all alone, boom, there you go. A side, just one guy inside the side, the T's can just smoke it off and just swarm the side. It's going to be very tough for Mongols. They need a little bit more discipline on their CD side, if you ask me.
Yeah, one thing I did notice was a lack of coordination from both sides, actually, when it comes to pushing areas as T's and trying to line up those trades in the right kind of timing with the right timing on the flashes and so on. Be on Cobblestone. That's the name. You have to have if you have strong coordination, the map is just so
Extremely
much
hard.
easier.
Yeah,
to
and
play.
it's extremely hard if you're CT.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing, and right now we haven't seen too much variety out of Mongolz and how they set up their strategies. They've been heavily focused on towards one of the sites on both maps. On Inferno, it was a lot towards A, and well, Dust to it was a lot towards A as well. Other, only difference was they found a lot of success towards A on their T side. But I'm definitely afraid for Mongolz if they don't have proper way of taking the B bomb site, because that's obviously the easier bomb site to get on.
This is the focal point, the B bomb site.
It has to be, and that's what worries me if we're going to see Mongolz. If they are one of those teams who actually like taking a lot of A executes and make a lot of A pushes on their T side, and if they can't actually get anything out of that from the get-go, if Chiefs are actually doing a good job of stopping them or holding them back and not denying them any sort of entry towards that area and not allowing them to smoke off both connector and higher, or balcony if you like. So that's the worry for me, where Mongol's going to go from there if they get stuck and if they don't have any plans towards the bomb site. But if they do, I think they can be perfectly fine, because then you could see them set up in a similar way like LG would do with Taco, for instance. You set down that one-way smoke towards the boxes on Plateau, have one guy, which in this case would probably be Silkenberg or Machine Gun, just pop out on Plateau and take the duels. That's kind of what they want to do. They know they have really solid aim. They know they can pretty much duel anyone here. So that's how you get openings. I'd be really happy to see that, but obviously we haven't seen them play Cobble, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, do you have any insight into how the Mongols are going to be handling Cobblestone when it comes to strategies on the offense, as that seems to be the focal point?
On the T side, that's the thing. I really have not seen them often on Cobblestone. And the times when I have seen them on Cobblestone was against, well, let's be very honest, not that great teams which have faced off against. They just pretty much steamrolled all of them, just relying on entries. But they need to have at least a basic smoke setup, like the most very basic smoke setup. And then, a couple of flashes, you can unleash Zilk and Machine Gun there. The problem for them, I feel, is going to be CT side. I'm a little worried for them, because I feel Chiefs would have done their homework much more on Cobblestone especially. And the way Lightstep is hitting his shots as an entry frag, or like, the second guy into the site, he's really getting some great shots on the T side with his op. And like out-dueling Zilk and Machine as well in some instances. So more than the T side, I still think the Mongols have the raw aim and at least a few smokes and flashes down and Molotovs down to get into the side. So I'm more worried about the CT side, to be very honest.
Yeah, no, the CT side is going to be an issue. I feel it's something that all teams worry about on Cobble is the CT side, because it's extremely
still
hard
not
to
solved.
Yeah, exactly. It's still a big mystery for, I would say, 99.9% of the team. Actually, I don't think there's a single team that can actually say confidently that we know how to play CT side Cobble. And if they did, I think Anders would just slap them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard the same from a few pro players as well. That I think last time I spoke to Elijah, actually, not too long ago, he's like, well, don't really know a team that has an answer right now for how to actually play CT.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. So I guess it could be, we might see the solution here. I don't really think that's going to be the case, but at least
Find something.
Yeah, well, at least Mongols have a lot of individually skilled players that can save them out of hairy situations on the CT side, which is, if you're Na'Vi, you're hoping that Guardian kind of shows up and wins you a couple of rounds on the CT side, because you have an excellent T side. Or depending on the day, anyone else on that team, right? And that's kind of what I think Mongols have to do.
All right, well, quick final thoughts, Blair, before we move forwards.
Well, then just, so whatever he said, I completely agree with.
Okay, fair.
And
I like it.
I just want to say, like, as a closing thought, that like Sugu was really good, but NCL, he's the in-game leader, and but he had some great playmaking moments against Renegades yesterday, but I really feel Menace in particular needs to step up a little bit, because Dust 2, Inferno are maps they're really comfortable with, and this is unknown territory, so let's see how Menace steps it up. That's going to be very important.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is time to get the game started. But first of all, I want you to try and go on to plays.tv. I know it's hard, but I want to see your highlights, because this game is incredibly important. The pressure is really, truly on at this point, that these players are playing for a spot at the major and a chance at the Katowice IEM event as well in just a month's time. So very, very high pressure situation. It's time to throw it over to the casters for the map.
Thank you so much, guys. It's always good to hear your predictions, your thoughts. It did seem as though everyone started out with that clear mind, and now everyone's kind of left scratching their heads a little. But then again, the third map, who does this play into the hands of? Now, bearing in mind, Chiefs did win the knife, and they actually chose to start on the T side. Not too surprising, but, you know, characteristic of some teams more than others. But we are into the pistol, Semler, and what are your thoughts on this?
I think you kind of have to agree with the desk. It sounds to us, at least, that Chiefs are a bit more comfortable on Cobble. That is their go-to map.
Oh.
And, well, it looks like they have a plan in mind, which is basically charge through A apartments, clear out all the angles, look for the fights, and try and find headshots. And then, well, Zuckerberg's like, hey, headshots? I know how to do that.
Playing into his hands is a very deadly game, and NCL is there, as highlighted, the in-game leader. This lovely little 1-2 combo that these two have had actually on the pistols has yet to be matched, and the Chiefs being tossed aside. Dexter a little late to the party now, left reeling in pretty much what was an absolute bloodbath. Is now the Mongols in the right place, right time. Bomb is loose. This looks a little bit further out of reach than maybe Dexter would have liked. He at least gets one, makes it two. All right, machine gun goes down now into a 1v2. This has suddenly become a little bit deadly.
This is definitely scary. I mean, Kit and Kevlar picked up on Sogu, though, so they have everything that they need here to lock him out. Zuckerberg takes a bullet to the face, though, and now, I mean, it's almost like there's miscommunication going on the Mongol side, and there it is, the clutch from Dexter. Quad kill for him. 1v4 clutch in the pistol to keep Chiefs alive. And
what was that?
I wonder, because that is going to be frustrating for Chiefs. Well, no, rather for Mongols. Like, they had that in the bag.
Theirs.
They had that in the bag, but they decided to just take a bunch of individual fights with him rather than just wait. You've got the bomb. You've got everything you need. Just play the clock. Force his hand.
All right, this time Chiefs did pretty much the all in A before now, just piling through towards B, and you know what? MAC-10's going out, UMP's just brute forcing the hell into this one. Already burnt out on the site. You're going to see the smokes go down, keep them funneled in here. At least one man did slip through, that's Menace, but met his demise almost instantly. Now bomb should be planted, everything's checked up. Okay, you still got the scout there, but these guys do have armor, and maybe considering we might need that a little later on. Zuckerberg's already out of there. Machine gun holding pretty close, but by this point, this is a nice clean round for the Chiefs, assuming they don't lose out on too much here.
Yeah, always a threat, basically, once you get into these hallways with the CZ-75. Comes down to whether Machine Gun can play patiently or not, and that's just not going to be the case. Dexter ready and waiting for him. And now Chiefs, they've secured their way off of this site so they don't go up with the bomb. Really easy, clean-cut round. And I think it's just, you know, after that pistol, Mongols are going to be rattled for a little bit. It might take them a little bit to get their confidence back.
Yeah, just find that reset again, you know, reminding ourselves the Mongols aren't exactly used to, you know, having to reset on big stages like this. We always see, you know, we say it consistently about big teams, you know, yeah, like to Na'Vi, okay, maybe they go one map down, but they can always reset after even mid-game. They can go for those comfy resets, just kind of like slow down, go, okay, guys, don't worry, let's focus back up. But these guys, yeah, there's going to be frustration. If you lose, like, what, a 1v4, basically, 1v3? You can't afford that. Now, Zuckerberg does still at least have the scouts, so he can maybe make this a little more damaging, but straight out on the peak, and patience certainly not being the Mongols' virtue at this point. Light step with Zuzi, just spraying with those MAC-10s, making the most of it. Excuse me, the UMP with a light step, but still, this should be another clean one. Already straight through. NCL's there pretty early. He might be able to get out, but at this point, Chiefs are just racking up the kills.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that Mongols can really hope to do here. Menace is going to be the last man alive, and he's actually backing off, looking for exit kills in a very, very, very passive spot. And they actually go ahead and clear out connector, and now they know they've already got a way out of this, Chief. So Menaces shouldn't be given anything to work with here. Let's see. Oh, surprise, surprise. Bullet to the face with the MAC-10. Mo money. Triple kill for Zusi in that round, so he's going to be flush with cash.
And there we have it straight away. Orb coming out for light step. No real worries about that one. A little quiet to begin with for him. No kills yet, but who cares? As long as you get them in, it doesn't matter where they're coming from at this point. Now, this is where it starts to become a bit of a bigger thing. And I wonder if the Chiefs keep up this kind of veracity they've been bringing out so far, just because why not? They've been relatively confident. They've been catching out these very aggressive plays from the Mongols. And again, this 4-1 stack could be exploited pretty heavily, bearing in mind that Zuckerberg has a smoke and a flash, but that's it to work with.
Single player over on A site, but now the rotation comes back out. Wow, this is really different from Chiefs, though. They just aren't paying any attention to B site. Until Mongols, they're basically forcing Mongols to find a solution to the A take. And once that happens, then they can start, you know, applying the pressure on the other side of the map. So long as Mongols struggle here, Chiefs, they can just keep rinsing and repeating.
But I'm keeping my eyes towards Top Gun, because he's the one with the bomb. Now, they've put 3 players away from B so far. Dexter is slowly working his way out as well. And now you can see Burn heading over towards B. Now, Lightstep and Zuzi are going to have to make some presence noted because Sugo is already heading back over. So these two need to kind of reassure the rest of the Mongols, like, hey guys, this is where we're going. And especially if they're losing out on trades. There we go. There's the rotate coming in, but already Dexter's out. So Mongols don't know where that hit is coming. Now they will, but Menace finds one, Machine Gun finds Top Gun, and the bomb is on B. It doesn't matter that Zuzi and Lightstep got the kills or the entries. The lockdown comes in, and suddenly Zuzi is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, how in the hell? Why didn't they just go A?
Overthinking it, maybe just.
Especially, I mean, of course, they didn't know that NCL was going to be caught out in the open at the time. They didn't know that they were going to just get a free kill and a free entry onto the A site. But I'm surprised that Chiefs decided to change things up, and in such a way as well. Like, that was almost like Mongolz on T-side Inferno, where it's like, okay, 3 guys over here, but then 2 guys over here. We're on opposite sides of the map. There's no real way for us to support each other. Just very odd.
Zilkenberg has got a great shot here, actually. He's down on long, already going to find Zuzi as well. And you got to say, now, if the Mongols start building back, they're starting to read the game the Chiefs are bringing. If there's a little bit of hesitation or, second thought in this, maybe the Chiefs do start feeling a little bit stumped here. Sugu already taking the platform control. We're starting to see a bit more of a normal start out from the Mongols now.
Yeah, they actually had some utility at the beginning of this round as well. That's the other thing, is just that Mongols, it was a bare bones buy. Like, they needed to get headshots. They needed Chiefs to make the mistakes because they had no utility to start the round off with. NCL, that one shot from the AK should be enough for him to back off. He decides to step forward, and again, NCL will be the first man to die here for Mongols. Not really sure if it was necessary to try and grab the information, but again, that is like the eternal struggle for CT on Cbble. Just, how do you get info without just, walking right into a face full of bullets?
Then again, we are seeing a bit of a trend from the Mongols. They do take quite aggressive peaks on occasion. They will commit to things, and sometimes it works out. When you're Zilkenberg, when you're Machine Gun, sure, you're hitting shots, but hopefully for NCL, he doesn't get caught out by that. And again, Zilkenberg now going to be mildly pressured. Making Henley actually is now 3 players are up here, and Top Gun's found it. There was no covering fire coming through. Machine Gun, though, is placed on the site. He's the last standing bastion here, but he's still got 2 players to handle.
Wow, and this guy just keeps getting headshots. What in the hell? What a monster. Quad kill for him, but just all of those shots look so clean. He kept finding duels as well, which is exactly what Machine Gun wants. Again, it's Zilkenberg and Machine Gun, both of them just doing a lot of work for Mongols, especially considering their teammates aren't really making their lives easy right now. No, they're really not. It's like, who's going to die first, and then make these guys have to come up with pretty much everything else. Yeah,
but
a triple kill.
Yeah, and the thing is, they got them doing it, which is ridiculous. But then again, when you're able to define that many 1v1s, Machine Gun, that is incredible play. Normally, you don't get away with that.
That will be the difference maker.
Yeah, it could be huge. That's how you forget you losing that pistol round the way they did. That's how you get back to it. These sort of rounds where you get pumped up, you get focused up, actually that flash was so badly placed, it ended up blinding the vast majority of the Chiefs, and Machine Gun, in case he needed more help, just racks up the bodies, and Zuzi.
I love Menace too, dude. I like the way that he runs it. It's like, it's my time! P90, mouse one!
That literally sums up every P90 player that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Just praying to be involved at some point, but not have to do any heavy lifting.
It's like running over there, like, where they at? Where they at?
Let me at them. Alrighty, so 3-3 now. The Mongols recovering after that bit of a shaky start, a little bit of a weird kind of like 4-1 play. It was all on, the likes of Zilkenberg to really be the one man over there. NCL finally now starting to join him, not allowing the run over from the Chiefs. Now, you can see Lightstep already holding the passive angle, expecting the peak coming out from Zilkenberg. This time not the case. He's already down by, kind of mid, and the Chiefs doing a bit more of a standard play, at least in my eyes. 3 players over towards B, just taking their time, working through the smokes, but you can see it. Zilkenberg's looking for it. He's actually actively trying to hunt out these sort of shots, but backing away now, going to leave NCL the one man on toward A, and joining them over at B.
Yeah, this is really sick for Mongols. They have that is if Chiefs decide to commit. They have a very sick hold prepared with 4 players already on that B site. Molotov is going to go in there, kind of prompt the push. And yeah, there we go. Flash, again, not really effective. Kind of flashes Chiefs more than it does anybody else. But now Chiefs, methodically taking control of drop. They've actually got it. And Sogu somehow finally randomly puts a bullet onto Burn. Top one gets caught by Zilkenberg. Sogu, second kill onto Dexter. This is all over the place.
Yeah, this is shooting fish in a barrel. They're literally lining up them. Zuzi's just waiting out what seems like the inevitable depth which Zilkenberg will happily provide, and this is a great beginning for the Mongols. And I don't know if it's just a great read initially or how they like to kind of pace themselves into this game, but bearing in mind now after the bit of a shaky start, Zilkenberg's been reading the game really well. They've been on the right sides at the right time, and taking over drop control is great for Chiefs, but they're not being able to do anything with it makes it completely useless. Maybe if they did that little bit of a 3-2 split, try and pincer towards A, but none of it's been working, and the Chiefs are back on the pistol now.
Yeah, this is the kind of game that Mongols want. It's like they crave these kind of aim fights. They're just like, yes, please run at me one after another. Zilkenberg uncharacteristically missing a shot, so that's a little unfortunate for him, but then NCL is there to hold the line. NCL only going to get the one kill though, and now this is a little scary. Machine Gun has gone leaping into the fray, however, to save his mate, and they will be able to hold in the end. Top Gun and Lightstep, the last two alive, and Sogu. He's actually just changed up positions with Top Gun. What is this? There we go. Nice hunt.
Yeah. Really, I actually like the repositioning then for Tsugu, actually not ignoring the fact that maybe Top Gun could have got to that spot and just watching the pusher instead of taking the fight. So nice kind of balance on that one. But yeah, 5-3 now. Chiefs seeming to find a little bit of a, kind of a little bit stumped here so far. I'm waiting to see them suddenly maybe find a break, find a way to go around this, and it looks like if they keep going all together towards B, this is a deadly round, or it really, really could be. Maybe trying to get there before we see that four-man stack coming out to play, and the early flashes towards drop, not utilizing it. 4 players heading out towards the platform. It's down to be the likes of Tsugu to hold on to this. Top Gun is trying to find this entry, but no one's on the site.
Oh, this is perfect. They just need to keep calm, Mongols. They just need to keep cool. These smokes are going to clear, or Cats are boosting! Somehow they fluff it completely, though. Zilkenberg does come back into it. He does manage to pick up one, but NCL is gone. It is all on Zilkenberg, and he realizes now that he's got a backstab coming at him. Insane that doesn't work out better for Mongols. That was the moment. That was the time. How are they not able to get more?
A double, like someone being boosted up then onto that little plateau, just watching the push out, and he didn't get both of them. That is a travesty in itself. He wasn't even with the silence M4. He had every capability of doing that. It just didn't work for him, and the all-in brute force play from the Chiefs just pays off. I actually liked it from the Mongols until that point. Retracting a little back, not just taking those initial fights once they lost out on the initial control, playing a little smarter of it. Now what did Chiefs bring? Because we're seeing the initial 4-stack again coming over. That's NCL joining over. This time Zilkenberg being the solo player on A. Nade's actually doing a little bit of damage though. That's a good little bit of a difference. And again, these boosts coming through.
Oh, there it is. Peekaboo timing couldn't be worse there for Dexter. But a nice nade combo going on to Machine Gun and NCL. That's painful. And what's worse for Chiefs is that it was, well, for Mongols, well, whatever. We'll forget about the last round. It never happened. It's just like Top Gun didn't just roast himself for like 60 HP for free.
Yeah, maybe not the best of ideas. And again, the initial damage was great towards the Mongols, but now look at it. Chiefs are left in tatters. They're down to such low HP. One good nade, a couple of mollies holding them up, flashes, wherever it's going to be, is going to make this extraordinarily painful, and they're just running in. It's like a blender of players right now, and Chiefs are certainly going to be coming out on the worst side of it. Zuzi does 5 minutes, but by this point, Zuzi's down to 11 HP. Now, sure, at the start, Machine Gun, NCL looks like, okay, they could be easy prey here if they maybe committed towards it, but no. Chiefs just keep running into this utility and keep getting tagged up and just don't find a way through. And there we have it, the closeout, and there we have Mongols looking a little more pumped up, a little bit ready to take this one all the way through. 6-4, it's not a bad little scoreline here.
Oh, not bad at all, considering. I mean, it's just Mongols need to have a dominant CT half, I think. We've been seeing them struggle on T sides. And so, unlike what we saw versus Renegades, on Cash yesterday, it's just...
Lightstep. The guy who made all the difference, right? The guy on Dust 2 who...
Full James Bond.
Yep. Ouch. Not a player you want to be having a quiet game. And again, Chiefs piling through, just trying to brute force it, trying to negate any utility that could have come in a little bit later. And actually, they trade out not too badly so far. They have some play towards the side, but again, they're just not finding the way to get these guys down. NCL is having complete freedom at this, and there we have it. Close out again. The Mongols just showing them a real masterclass in how to hold B.
Yeah, they're landing those initial shots, and that was a Hail Mary thrown by Chiefs as well, because that was all of their money that they invested in that round, hoping to get something done. Getting hard reset, and now losing 2 rounds in a row is pretty much, I mean, this is just nightmare stuff here for Chiefs. Not really sure what they're thinking and what's going through Lightstep's head at this point, as he is sitting on 0-0 and 9. He's the one calling for the team, so I mean, a lot of pressure on him right now to come up with a solution, trying to figure out where to put his team. Nice little sneak onto Zilkenberg, but he's going to have time to reload, and now, well, it's just not going to be possible anymore. Nice deep flash as well. Peekaboo. Don't you realize? You saw him go back there, Zilkenberg. That was a panic spray.
It really was. It was just like, pray to sweet Jesus. But yeah, light step. Not much to be done in this. I doubt he can get near a bomb site, if I'm honest, if the Mongols don't, go crazy again like they did in that first round for some ungodly reason. But yeah, the one thing I've got to feel is when you're an in-game leader, sure, you always accept the fact that you may not be on the top of the scoreboard, but when he's been so pivotal prior to this as well, you've got to be starting to feel, maybe that's affected the team as well. You're going to start feeling even more guilty because, okay, well, my team's not working now. We're not hitting the right sides. I'm not starting to perform. A lot's building up on this guy, and considering they brought it to this point, I think most people wrote the Mongols in for the victor in this one, but a real shame, at least in my eyes, to see the Chiefs bow out in this sort of fashion, because this is a map that should have not necessarily favored them, but played more to the style we've been seeing them have some real fluency with. But here we go again. Bio comes out. This is what they need to a degree. They've got everything they could want to work with. Maybe not the most ideal amount of utility, but enough. And again, Zilkenberg's going to have a big chance here.
He is. I mean, he's just going hard. Finds the deep shot on the Top Gun and speaks. Actually, there's nobody there. He has to hold the line. Gets the leg, and that's not good enough. His mate, NCL, will actually hold an underpass, though, but there was no support for Zilken. What? Machine gun. Goes for the repeak up in apartments. And, well, that brings it back to a 3-on-3. This actually favors Chiefs now. Even though Burn is fairly low, if they group up well, Chiefs, they can actually get onto this site. They should be able to make a play off of this.
But are they considering rotating here? What if
they
they hit the brakes? Exactly. They've got a minute to work with. Now, Dex has done very little at this point so far. A little bit of damage, just showing presence. But Burn finding NCL should rekindle the fire as maybe we're going A. And actually, that bomb is heading all the way over towards B now. Sogu,
he's got the correct position.
Smart. Yeah, he just needs to wait it out. See if they go for the plant. Maybe take him down. Maybe wait on the retake. Call it out to his teammates. So far, he's in a really deadly spot. He can make all the difference. Menace can't leave A. There's still a threat. It still could be that. So they just play this 1-to-1 and hope that Sogu can hold his nerve.
It's timing. He doesn't need to peek. All he needs to do is wait. 30 seconds left. They're running down this clock. Double Molotov, though, for Chiefs. Where did they decide to put it? Oh, not sure if he got spotted there. But they have the incendiaries. They have the mollies. And, yeah, you hear it coming. Out in the open he goes, Sogu, and he is going to get caught. But Menace has rotated back over here. He could actually hold this line. 10 seconds left. They're running out of time. If he could deny the plant here, this would be huge. He's going to take the fight, wins the first one, and they're planting in the smoke.
Oh, 20 HP on Zuzi. That's all the difference. Look at the HP right now. This 5-7 can do so much damage. The flash, he gets him. How the hell did he get Zuzi then? It's a 1v1. He's got a kit, 3 HP up against Burn. This is insane. The bomb is planted for Burn. Burn should have this every day of the week, but the defuse, he's full defusing right now! Burn just gets it in time, but my God, that was ridiculous. How can you let a player even get that close?
I mean, just the mad spray with the 5-7 and he lucks out. Like, what? Oh, man.
Oh, machine gun. This guy, right, he makes these aggressive, crazy peaks. So sometimes can be his complete downfall. Now he's going with the auto sniper just to really add insult to injury. Like, no one wants to die. It's a horrible feeling. And he can be a big bastion on towards A. They don't need to leave anyone else there. But look, there's Zilkenberg again, so aggressive. Staying pushed up so long in these sort of spots.
Yeah, and this is all about individual play. NCL and Zilkenberg, the way that they set up this A defense, they got to hit shots. If they don't hit shots, they're dead. And, well, it's a 1-for-1 trade. You can lose control of the situation very quickly. Quick rotation comes in from Sogu just to bolster the defense here on the A side. That is such a scary way to hold it.
Really is. It's always on a knife edge. It can either go really well, real clean, and everything kind of plays to your hands, but timing becomes everything. And now they're being toyed with along here. Zilkenberg just toying, playing with his prey at this point, and Lightstep looking for a quick peek out the back of it off the side of the steps, and the Molly's going to come down just to find a couple of these situations, leave one man. That's Burn with the bomb, so surely they've spotted that out, but you can see Menace
chill out.
Going for this, and they're so wanting this. Look at Zilkenberg, he's dying on this, he's chomping at the bit here, goes back in, gets caught this time and overwhelmed. Suddenly, Sogu has to come up with the goods again.
Wow, yeah, and it is going to be Sogu to get a free kill, but then they lose their man and connector. Menace has just opened up the B site here, and it's all on Machine Gun. If that bomb works its way back through Plateau, however, this is going to get nasty, but he decides to change up his position. Machine Gun, he started rotating back towards A. He's going to get caught out in the open. Dexter, luckily for Machine Gun, he only had the Tech 9, but I speak too soon. In the end, he finds the headshot. Chiefs have somehow found a way to snake their way back into this round.
Snake is the ideal term. They literally slithered into that side, just about avoiding all those traps that laid in the way. Sounds so good. Left with a bit of a mountain of a task. Does get the tag towards Dexter, but nothing more. Survives on 1 HP. That's ridiculous. That's me sitting there grinning like, I don't know how that happened. But hey, take it when you can. Chiefs are trailing on rounds. They chose this side, bearing in mind. This was what they actively wanted. They wanted that T-side start. Now, whether or not they're comfortable with 6, yet to be seen. But still, a lot of teams do have that proficiency on the T-side. And especially when you take into account players like Machine Gun and Zilkenberg on their T-sides were huge. This could still be a big issue coming through, nevertheless, to the final round of this half.
I don't think it's enough. I think Mongols have fluffed this first half at this point. They really needed to just lock it down. And wow, very quick plateau play this time around here from Chiefs. So we haven't really seen this yet. The fact that Zusi is going to be able to get out here, try and find a gap in the smoke to abuse. But yeah, I think Mongols needed a really, they needed a crushing defeat, like 10-5, you know, something along those lines. Then they'd have been looking pretty good. 9-6, best case scenario for him here. Not sure if that's enough.
Zilkenberg just literally swept past Lightstep. Now the issue coming out the back of that, it doesn't matter how else this goes. Dexter's got the bomb and he's right in between a rock and a hard place. If Zilkenberg holds this angle, he could find the bomb, but he turns his back. He doesn't expect it. Dexter's already swept through. He has. They're surely knowing what's up here. Machine Gun's waiting. None of them are playing off the smoke though. They're waiting for that plan. They're playing this smart.
Oh yeah, this is going to be, well, now it's just closing the net. And now all you have to do is keep your cool. Not get shot in the face. That is down to 22. That was a little bit of a wake-up call. He's backing out of there. He's like, nope, 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 nope. Dexter will get denied, though. The quick backstab coming in from Zilkenberg, and it is going to be Machine Gun and Zilkenberg picking up the last 2 kills of the half. So 9-6 is the final score. Yeah, I don't know, Pansy. I'm kind of on the fence.
I'm with you. It's like, if you're Chiefs, is that enough for you? Would you be like, okay, we chose T-side just expecting, let's see what we can do here? Maybe deny that real flying start from Mongols, or, you know, maybe that's nowhere near enough for them. Maybe Chiefs expected way more, bring that real fire they had with Lightstep being big previously. This half, he got 1 kill. 1 kill, 12 deaths. Yeah. Considering how he was on Dust, even prior to that, you know, Inferno as well, had a real performance. Here has not been his half. He needs to reset on this one and kind of go, okay, next half, this could be my side, I'm fine with this. For the Mongols now on the T side, it's when we've seen these two let absolute terror rain down. Zilkenberg and Machine Gun, a hell of a lot is on these two shoulders to come up with the goods again and again. But here we go, live into the second half in the 3rd map here of the semifinals. And straight away, Burns going for that information. He could get caught out, but no, teller lies. Zilkenberg getting a taste of his own medicine this time. Yeah,
now Zilkenberg is down. He's really been dominant in the, well, in the CT-sided pistols, or the CT-side pistols. So T-side pistols, not the hugest impact. I mean, 4 players over on the B side, and there's still a man, Machine Gun, trying to sow confusion in the ranks. He's waiting it out and drop, but he will get flanked by Dexter, and this is falling apart here for Mongols. And now it's certainly falling to pieces. Top Gun found Sogu, and round the back, Burn flanked at the perfect time. Whether or not he hits the shot is yet to be found, but he buys a little bit of time, and Zuzi did make the rotate just about on the cusp of it, and Chiefs pick up the first round in the second half. And Lightstep starts off strong. He's got a second frag. Doubling up, just, you know. Boom. Nailing it, boys. But no, to be fair, it's big, though, for him, just mentally. Like, if you've got an in-game leader, you want to. It doesn't matter if it's 1 kill, or, you know, whatever it is, you've just got to start building something. And going with the Mag 7, he's just pretty sat by drop, or maybe go, like, full Pasha style, just down by the platform, just being a real kind of nuisance with that. I can imagine it'll be towards drop, though, as we do see once again. Burn going a little aggressive then, not spotting out much, but Top Gun this time is with him, but at the moment, the Mongols just taking the time, see if there's a push out, see if there's a play somewhere, and actually Machine Gun already finding a Lightstep has opened up an opportunity here. They're into drop, they have some control, and the Chiefs don't know what's coming now. Yeah, that is the play, really. It's just let Machine Gun go ham with that Tech 9, and he is hunting right now, turns away from the flash just in time, but the follow flash is going to be a bit more effective. Zusi holds down Mouse 1 and collects 1 kill. Machine Gun gets another one for himself. Menace, nice shot on him, catching out that rotator. And while this is a slaughter, I think is the word I'm looking for there.
Yeah, I think it's an absolutely spot-on word as well. Like, Machine Gun is just like a dog off the leash. Just goes wild. You just let him go. You know, find your own routes, do whatever you want. Like, we're not going to hold you back if you're going to start being able to play like that. And it becomes such an issue on that T side as well, because one player being that threat can be so annoying. You see what? I throw Mario, it's like JW on the T side just flying around with the sword up, just being a nuisance. Olaf, how many times do these guys do it? Like, I wouldn't say this guy's anywhere necessarily near that level of being able to achieve it, but he certainly has his own style that he likes to bring to this now. On the CT side, they've got the 5.7s, couple of, you know, P250s. They've got the armor as well, Chief, so they're certainly not taking this one lightly. Maybe those SMGs not going to have the best of the time in the world, but still, you do have the 2 rifles to boot, and then the Tech 9.
Mm-hmm. Curious. I mean, it is just a gamble here from Chiefs. They've gone for the force buy, they've risked their entire economy, and now it is just going to be the stack on A, and they lose their B player, so... They spot the bomb, or at least they should have spotted the bomb there, so we'll eventually be getting a rotation out of Chiefs. But actually, no, I don't even think you need to, because they hold on to the Kevlar, I guess, is what they're thinking at this point. We've lost control of the B site, we lost one guy, screw it, hold on to our stuff and see if we can't get something done in the next round.
Yep. I doubt there's any chance in the world of them being able to play to the retake of B then. Maybe they could have gone a little close for some exits, but they just be sat there holding angles, creating these small little choke points, trying to define any fights that may come their way. Bear in mind, things like P90s and MAC-10s with the Tech 9 as well can do a lot of damage. So I'm wondering if they're going to take the time on the plant here. Maybe the Mongols try and get some hunt going on. They can sacrifice, you know, the MAC-10, the P90 to a degree and just try and find it. But there we go, Menace right at the front with the Tech 9, just starting to work his way through. These guys are pretty far away. They've got a lot of time to wait out, though. Straight away, the Mongols on the hunt.
Yeah, they're going to get out there, see what they can find. Where, oh where have my CTs gone? I mean, throw away the Tech 9s, throw away the MAC-10, do what you want with those guns. That's pretty much the key here.
Exactly what they're doing. 2 players who have the rifle sitting pretty far back, and to be fair, everyone else is doing the damage. They don't need to get involved, and there we have it. Chiefs get swept aside. Menace the only casualty in that one, but as I said, he only had the Tech 9, he could be dropped out. He's still got 3.7, so he's not exactly bad set. He could always just pick up the Tech 9 himself, maybe just get a MAC-10 if he fancies it and see what the rest of the Mongols go for. Bearing in mind, they knew they cleaned out the Chiefs who were trying to keep all of that armor. They're just still as deadly. NCL and Zilkenberg don't need to upgrade all that much. They're like, well, we've just got the ideal weapons, great. Bring it on.
Build that bank.
Exactly, 11-7. If they get that economy building us up well, this side becomes a little bit dangerous. They're starting to hit these shots again. They're starting to see the big players starting to operate. Big stack, though, from the Chiefs, at least this time, early on towards the right side.
That HE does nothing. Flash through, follow-up smoke, not going to be effective. Machine Gun will collect his first kill of the round. Just a little bit of a spray, manages to pick up another one. There's a third. Can he get a quad? He'll get a quad. Can he get the ace? No, Menace shuts it down. I mean, it just feels so natural for this guy. He just like walks in like, I will collect all the kills. He was never taught the lesson, you know, like sharing is caring. Or maybe that is it. You know, he just doesn't care anything about his teammates. He's like, actually, no. I'm about right here. Right here.
12-7. Chiefs back on the bye now. This is a big round for them. They really do need to buck the trend soon because the Mongols will be building bank like it's going out of fashion. And again, Chiefs haven't really had a chance to get rolling on this one. They got reset a little bit early on and just fluffing some of the lines. The flashes, the smoke's just not going in the ideal spot right now for the Chiefs. And actually a lot of smoke's going down for the T side and NCL just spraying and making sure no one's comfortably crossing towards that corner. But the amount of mollies that the T side have, they can clear it out very easy. So Zuzi needs to be on his toes here, make sure he doesn't get caught out by that. Light Step playing a little passive towards drop. Don't want to take the fights, and I can't blame him, to be fair. You've got people like Machine Gun running around. You don't give him an easy chance of doming you, but pop flash in. Doesn't spot anything. And again, the Mongols just hitting the brakes a little. They know they can clear out these corners with the mollies if required, and Zuzi getting a little bit of a little touch of information.
Not really effective on the flash, but they will find the kill regardless. Zuzi just pinned down, blocked. Nobody there to really help him. And not a whole lot of utility to work with either, although they have done a good job of holding on to smokes, Chiefs. They need to start throwing those down now. 50 seconds left on this clock. Let's see, can they hold Mongols off? Because this is just looking like it's going to go crashing into this B side, and it looks like they actually have an execute to work here, Mongols. They got the smokes lined up. Molotov's going to be going down as well, and now let's see, can they actually make this play work?
All comes down to this one smoke, two flashes left with the Chiefs. They have to keep these guys back a big round, but Zilkenberg sneaks his way through drop, already takes light step down, but Dexter has something about to say about it, but the bomb's planted. Chiefs now on the retake, and look at this. These guys are everywhere. The Mongols are right in between the Chiefs, and the Chiefs have nothing to do. Top Gun does find one, but not without retaliation as Burns left in this 1v2. The bomb is already ticking, and when Machine Gun's standing, you've got to worry. The Mongols get themselves into this now.
Yeah, the Mongols doing a fantastic job. Straight up execute, walk out onto the site, apply the pressure, and all this very methodical after the initial pick on Zusi. Then, I mean, once Chiefs at that point, you know, man, it is so hard to defend the B site. If you lose even one player, you're open up to crossfires. It's just, it gets so awkward. Nearly all of the spots on that site become awkward if you lose one man. Just, it's so key that you maintain the triangle of doom. And Mongolz just taking advantage of it. Now, well, Machine Gun, he's going to work his way out onto Plateau. This is another round of eco coming in here. Although it's not a hard eco. They have invested in pistols, Chief, so a little bit of better firepower. Dexter, though, this time just going to get chased away in a hail of bullets. And then he decides to kill himself.
I'm not going to lie. Machine Gun has a beautiful way of playing this game. The way he's going so far, but then cleanly the rest of his teammates are joining in, and Dexter just kind of left reeling in drop like, well, normally they come here, guys. I held my job, and you guys just failed because 4 of them are out on the side. And barely a fleck of damage going towards the Mongols at the moment. Menace a little lower than the rest, but still standing, still a lot of utility, and the clean round might be coming in. Finally, Burn does at least take down Menace, but by this point, the economy is strong for the Mongols, and the Horde is getting closer to closing down this map. These boys are looking good. 14-7 now, but there we go. This is what I was waiting to see. It took a long time to come out, and a risky one to come out. The Chiefs investing into the double AWP, with the Mongols only, well, what, 2 rounds away from closing this.
Match point, 2 ways away. Yeah, 2 rounds away, 1 round away from match point. And they got a whole lot of them to work with, too. So on the T side of Cbble, where everything seems to be working out for them, everybody's kind of falling into their positions. Machine Gun doing work, Zilkenberg as well. And here we go, Top Gun. Top Gun has been delivering. He has been hitting shots. Question is whether Lightstep is going to be able to step up now that he has his AWP. We saw some great play from him on Dust 2. Smart, cerebral play, hitting shots as well. I mean, it was the full package, so he needs to deliver now. Pull that trigger. Oh, man.
Where has he gone? Top Gun found the kill onto Zilkenberg, but there was a trade out. Lightstep's lost, and this guy is just suffering under the pressure. Top Gun's already around the back. He knows that these guys were heading towards B. The information's been passed on. They could have been sneaking their way around on the rotate, but it's very unlikely at this point, and Zuzi's just desperate to go on the step out. He does spot him out. Perfect time, and then Sogu just gets absolutely timed on that peak, and now Menace left alive. Now, the double AWP, I guess, paid off, at least in one man's hands. But then again, Lightstep's been real quiet so far, and that's going to be playing in the back of his mind at this point. Menace is going on the hunt here, trying to make this costly, knowing that they've got Bang to fall back on. He does actually get burned down, which is a bit of an issue here. Zilkenberg's already got over 10k, so he can drop out anyone he needs to, and Menace taking the fight. He does even get a tag then, I believe, actually. On towards Dexter. The bomb's in a real bad spot, though. Both of the other players are in the right place. That's going to find time, but Menace again, 1 by 1. Taking down the Chiefs, but they're going to fall back. Going to make him play to the time. The flash comes through. Menace going to have to burn for a second, but he still gets the tag. But finally, Top Gun stops it before it starts getting out of hand. Chiefs back on the board. They save both the AWPs.
And it's just not going to happen. NCL has a huge round this time. He comes through. And, well, yeah, it is just the struggle eternal here for Chiefs.
The investment into the double AWP was great. It stopped it for a second, but look at the money. It's absolutely nothing. Chiefs are down to pistols again, and every time they've even stacked out the right side, they've been swept aside. The Mongols, the sheer aggression, the relentlessness onto this map has been what's been taking them through this. You can look at every single player and been saying, okay, they've found some form here. And again, looking like they want to hit up the A side. Machine Gun just be toying with them over at B, but Top Gun does once again do so much work for these guys. Can he do any more? Burns can at least pick up that mantle now. They do recover one rifle for a second, and then Top Gun gets taken out. Now Dexter rotating over. Means that at least Burns got some back up in the bomb in a great spot for them.
Yeah, Flash comes in, and now they got control of the bomb as well. Zilkenberg, you're going to need to pick up that bomb eventually. Would love to see these guys working as a unit. That's the main thing here for Mongolz, basically. They got too excited, they ran around, they felt confident, and they ignored the cardinal rule of never split up in an anti-eco. I mean, of course, if Zilkenberg's just going to start hitting shots, that works out fine too, but they wouldn't have got to this point if they were just sitting together, tightly grouped as a unit, and just plowed together onto the site instead of just splitting up all over the place and taking individual fights, making it easier for Chiefs to pick them up with the pistols.
Lightstep, the man who's got 4 kills throughout this entire game, is one of the last 2 players standing here. And that bomb, it's just being passive. It's allowing NCL to do the work. Like, all right, see what you can find. You've got 12 HP. What can you do here? Can you find one? That's perfect. If not, okay, we can work this slowly, but 35 seconds left. Zuzi's on the wrong side. Lightstep, he's taking a walk. Zilkenberg could get caught out here, and the time's going to be a little low, actually. If Zuzi now closes in the right time, Lightstep needs to be here at the right time, the right pace, and he needs to land that shot. Coming around the corner, he does have the rifle to hand. Doesn't get spotted. The timing is appalling, and actually he spots one out. He spots 2 out. He gets that one. Finally comes up with the goods. And Lightstep, in the last throes of what could be this game, does at least find something.
Yeah, plenty of money to drop, though. Zilkenberg's going to be able to pass around a couple of AKs here for his mates. Everybody's going to get a full buy on Mongolz. And there we go. That should reset them a little bit here. Bring them back down to earth and say, all right, boys, you know, just back to the basics. There's no need for fanciness. Back to the basics. Take our time. Because we've got their backs to the wall. And it is going to be a pretty reasonable buy, all things considered, here for Chiefs. Still far from ideal. They're still light on nades. So if Mongolz do a good job of just forcing out that utility, it should just all come down to the headshots. And so far, Mongolz have been winning those kinds of duels. So they've got everything that they need.
And every hit towards B pretty much until this point has been relatively successful here. And you can see that Zuzi's trying to do what he can, holding that platform. Lightstep and Dexter just off on the jump, and actually Zuzi gets caught out. He needs to back away, down to 7 HP, really far from perfect. And bear in mind that the Mongols have barely committed. They still have all their smokes. They can do that set piece, but NCL's just going walkabouts. He's already out on platform. Doesn't want to take the initial shot, though. Just buys his time. Says, guys, maybe you want to put those smokes down. I can play ahead of it. Dexter might know what's up, though. Drops out the nade. Catches NCL, but only slightly.
Only slightly, yeah. Instead, it's Zuzi. You know, he's lucky he got clipped through that box. That was a headshot. He'd have been gone, and that would have been the end of days here for Chiefs. But Mongolz now, they're going to go back to what's worked in the past, which is going to be that straight-up B execute. Let Zilkenberg take point, and then begin to play after that.
Here we go. Everything's down. It's go time. Can the Chiefs hold on one more round? So far, the answer is no. It's Dexter on the side who has to deliver. He stops the bomb plant, but it's not enough. Still 4 players standing, and the 3 from Chiefs need to get in on this.
Yeah, this time around, it all works out nicely for Mongolz. Smokes are down to block off Chiefs, and so now it's all going to be down to the retake. They do have some utility, a couple of flashes to try and make things easier for them. Boost coming out on top of the box as well. We'll see if it actually bears fruit. Fair trade, 1-for-1. Big spray from Menace, and he doesn't connect. So we're back into the 2-on-2, and Machine Gun now comes into play. He's got the HP, and he'll take these kinds of fights all day long. Looking for that headshot, playing peekaboo. Last time he did this, though, yeah, I was about to say, last time he did this, he ended up paying for it. Now we have to see if Zilkenberg's going to be able to do one better.
1 bullet to define it all. The Mongols pick up the victory here in the semi-finals of the Intel Extreme Masters. Looking forward to what else they could do. So far, they have been the absolute bane of every Australian team in this. Not only the Chiefs suffering at their hands, but not too long ago, the Renegades being reminded that they are not superhuman. And so far, I've got to say it, I'm thoroughly impressed with these boys.
I am as well. Machine Gun, Zilken in particular, for me, is just like ridiculously good, actually. Smart play from him. He knows how to keep his composure. He knows how to hit those shots in the clutch, as we just saw right there. And so, yeah, a bit of a head shake from Top Gun. Guy comes out of retirement just for this one tournament, pretty much, and he wanted to take it as far as he possibly could, and it just doesn't work out for him. That's frustrating. That's frustrating. But then you've just got a huge performance here from Mongolz. I mean, you're right. They've taken out Renegades, and so now Renegades are going to be playing against CyberZed next. The winner of that will go on to face off against the Mongols, and I'm pretty sure right now the Mongols will just be like, please give us Renegades again.
They'd absolutely love that, wouldn't they? They'd be sitting there just grinning at that opportunity, and I'm so thrilled to see a team like this turning up. But as you said, I think Top Gun's showing that he still has the class. He still has a lot of what made him a great player. Even some time ago, he really did take a break from the competitive scene. So you've got to say credit to him and the boys. Lightstep having a really big game in the previous maps, but just shying away in the final one where it really mattered. But still, credit where it's due. Chiefs showing they have a little bit of something in the tank, but all in all,
this is cool. Mongols. We're about to have a really cool interview over on the desk. They're getting it ready right now. I'm I'm looking forward to hearing what is going to be said.
I think we all are, and I think they're almost ready with that one. So we have something in store for you guys at home here at the Intel Extreme Masters. I think it's almost time. He's looking ready. The guy has been an absolute monster so far, and I can't wait what he has to say. So guys, let's find out from the man himself, joined by DDK and the boys at the desk.
Wow, so it appears Mongolz now have that chance at a spot in the major. And I, for one, am very impressed with their play. I'm very surprised as well to see that kind of level. The Chiefs, I'm sure, very disappointed. But let's break that one down a little bit. And we also have Machine Gun, the one and only, here on the desk. And we have some questions for him. So welcome to the desk, Machine Gun.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm feeling so great now. Also, I'm very proud of my team, and I have to say our manager. He was supporting us a lot of times, and thank you so much, and all true fans and all Mongolian players and our families. Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
It's great.
Amazing. How's Vietnam?
Vietnam is good actually. We were playing there maybe 2 months in boot camp. Yeah, and we talk with each other very well. That's why we won.
Nice.
So what kind of expectations did you have for this tournament?
Tournament? Yeah, this is very expected us actually. That was very important.
Yeah. Do you think you can win versus Renegades or Cybersun in finals?
Yeah, I thought that was. We will try the best, but I don't know. How can I say? Just confusing.
Okay.
How do you feel top fragging, like all the time? Like, what do you have for breakfast?
Actually, we have too many experience. Almost 10 years. That's why, know each other, understand each other. How can I say it? That's all of.
You play as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Really
good.
good.
So how many hours a week are you guys playing? Like, what's the daily practice routine?
Maybe one day more than 9 hours. Practicing.
Okay, more than 9 hours a day.
Talking too many tactics. Have to take some position.
Are you having problems with your CT sides?
Yeah, some problem. But we will fix it soon.
All right,
I hope so.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the next game, Cyberzen versus Renegades? Like, who do you think might win? Any thoughts on that game?
Maybe I will support Asian team.
Surprises there.
Yeah.
So when you go to Columbus, are you worried about the American teams, the European teams?
No. We never scared any team. Just play. Let's play this game, right? That's. We will practice so hard. We will do something over there. I will be surprised.
I really hope so. I think a lot of teams have a reason to fear you guys now because you've played so well here. So it's going to be really fun to see when we get to Columbus.
Yeah, we're really excited to watch you guys play. So once again, congratulations. Thanks for sharing some words with us. But it is time, of course, to take a little break. But first, guys, remember, plays.tv. We want to see your frag highlights, and you can share them with all of us here on the desk. Just tag us on Twitter. We want to see that action. And we'll have a break now, and we'll come back with the second semi-final, which will be, of course, Renegades versus Cyberzen.